angels. Hello, and welcome to Lunar Ceremonies at Embrace the Face. I'm Allie Anderson. I'm your hostess for today. We are celebrating the new moon in Cancer. I'm so excited because this new moon is the first new moon of the summer solstice. And I am one of those people that just loves to talk about how you can tap in and heal and ascend during the summertime, amazing time of this summer. So summer is all about rejuvenation, regeneration, relaxation. It's also about having tons of fun. So I love to start out with, first of all, welcome. Happy summer solstice. This is not only my favorite time of year for healing and ascension, but it's also my favorite time of year to literally just like let loose and just embrace what is, right? The summertime sun, the midday summer sun in shamanism, is home to the spirit of the South. And it is an opportune time, the midday summer sun. So from like noon to about 4 p.m., you can open your heart chakra. You all know that my favorite chakra is the Anahata chakra. You can tap in, open up your heart, and ask Mother Earth to give you her Sami, which is her positive energy, her loving, unconditional loving energy that she is always willing to give you. And you ask her to take your Hucha, which is your negative energy that no longer serves you or your highest good, right? So as we enter the summer months, it is ideal to, one, kind of have a plan of what you would like to accomplish. It's always good to have goals, to manifest, right? To have visions for yourself where you want to be at the end of the summer, at the end of the summer solstice, as we enter the fall equinox. So you want to utilize the Cancer season to really tap into those overwhelming emotions that you may be having. Recently, Jennifer Whitaker and I collaborated, and we talked about how you can tap in to reduce your stress load, to reduce the lethargy, being tired and exhausted, or just that feeling of being totally burnt out. So if you have not caught that episode or our live where we did a pause and reset, it is definitely ideal to do so, because we did talk about how women, especially women, are so burnt out right now. So if this is you, if you're hearing this and you are just exhausted, and let's say your kids are finally home for summer, or you're able to catch a break for your life to enjoy summer, but you're almost hesitant because you're like, oh, I'm just so exhausted, or oh, I need to just sleep for days and I just want to sleep my summer away. That is not what I want for you. That is not what humanity wants for you. That is not what God's source universe wants for you. If that is you, it is time to take a step back. It is time to pause. It is time to regroup. And this is the perfect time, the new moon, where we renew, right? We refreshen, we renew, we regenerate. And the summer, regenerate again. That word, regenerate. Regeneration in all things, body, mind, spirit, rewiring your mind, healing your physical body, and really just allowing yourself to feel emotionally free, to just let life flow. There are going to be externals. There are going to be lower vibrational 3D energies, situations, people, the world. We're going to talk about that. And today's practice, our healing practice today, is going to be actually a world peace meditation. And the reason that I'm doing this today, one, is the state of our world right now, and we want to keep the peace, right? We want to maintain that high vibe. We don't want to go into the low fear base. We want to have a plan. Again, always ideal to have a plan, but we want to maintain as light workers, right? As all of you listening, whether you don't know if you're a light worker or not, if you're listening, odds are you are in some way, shape, or form here on this earth. You are self-aware aware enough to be listening to this. So it is your role, your key role in life as a spiritual being, having this human experience, to embrace that side of you, to embrace that light worker side of you, that power. Humans are so powerful. We don't even realize. Dr. Joe Dispenza is a perfect example of that. And then if you listen to Bashar via Daryl Anka, who talks about, if you're not familiar with who Bashar is, he's an interdimensional being that is channeled via a human form of a man named Daryl Anka. And Bashar tells us constantly how powerful humans are. We might be lower 3D vibrational in our body, right? In this human vessel, I always tell clients and patients, like, this is just your human form. You're renting this vehicle, right? This is your vessel. So yeah, you got to take care of it. You got to know what your body needs in order to live a long and healthy life. And if you're not familiar with the blue zones, I'm always talking about them. That's one way to tap into the blue zones, right? But everything else is energy. Everything else is your very core essence. That never ceases to exist. That is your high vibrational. You can just continue to ascend, and the limits are endless and infinite. And you have ways of within you to bring to humanity, to the world, high vibrational frequencies of peace, love, and joy. You can laugh all you want. You can call me hippy dippy. I am that. I am just that. I have always been this way, even since I was younger. You can ask my parents. Always seeing angel numbers, always talking about the universe and the stars and the clouds and the sky. I am a triple Aquarius by nature. So this is, and I am a projector by human design. So I am here to help you to look within. And that, full circle, is what this new moon is all about. Cancer is that fluid, that water sign, right? Those fluid emotions, the overwhelming emotions. It can teeter over, right, into that the point where we may be in fight or flight, freeze, fawn, functional freeze, whatever state you might be in. So utilizing this new moon energy to not only tap into within you, right? I always say, look within and you shall see all you are meant to be. And I mean it, because every answer that you need is within. And every answer that we need for ourselves is the same answer of what we need to do in order to help the world, if that makes sense. If you have been listening to me for the latter, I've been doing the podcast now, I think, for 3 years, blogging for 3 years. No, I think the podcast is 2 years. Apology. The podcast I've been doing for 2 years. And blogging I've been doing for 3. And one of my other phrases for a long time was speaking my truth so you may live yours. I am no more special than you. I am no different than you. I am no different than, again, the oceans and the trees and the flowers, and we can go back to all of it. And we are all interconnected. We are no different than the movie Avatar. We are no different than the trees, the connectivity of the trees, or the mushrooms of our earth. We are all connected, whether we like it or not. And we must accept that. And then we must ask, what can I do to play my part here? What can I do to help raise the vibe? What can I do to make change? What can I do to make a difference? Because we all are here on a mission to not only help and grow our own soul, but we are here to help as a collective, humanitarily, right? Being of service is what it's all about, and however that may look for you. So, okay. Obviously, I pulled my Yasmin Bolin card of the day for you guys. So it came up as new moon in Gemini. Think it through, right? Think it through. So we just came out of Gemini season, the air season, where we may still be all up in our heads. And if you're an air sign like me, you may always just be up in your head. So this card, just have a plan. Again, going back to that plan, never reacting emotionally, always reacting from a state of grace, from a state of love, and being centered and aligned in who you are. Can be anything. Any sort of anything out in public, personal relationships, anything that may come into play. Hello, welcome. So just always, But prior to reacting, that emotional reactivity, and again, Cancer, home to those emotions, right? Maybe meeting up with people that it's been a while and you have some things to say. You want to mend some relationships. This is a great time to do so. Really just speaking fluidly from the heart. And okay, I also wanted to pull a card that these are hidden realm cards. So hidden realm Colette Baron Reed cards. These are also the same Colette Baron Reed, also the shamanism deck that I usually pull. So I received these cards as a gift, and I felt that today they would be perfect. So these are hidden realm cards. So why am I pulling these today specifically? This new moon is that time to look within. It is that time to really hone in on those emotions. And how can you hone in on an emotion? Like, what does that even mean, right? So, okay, so full disclosure, I've been doing a somatic psychedelic integration specialist course, and it's fascinating. It's like I thought I knew a lot about like energy and emotions, but it's really been blowing my mind. So when we look within, and it's helping me to guide patients in the ketamine clinic, like a little bit a little deeper, right? And really tapping in on the emotions. So when we talk about looking within and we feel those emotions, where are you feeling it in your body? Where are you feeling that discomfort? Where are you feeling that heaviness? And if you're a client of mine, when we dive deep, you know that we do stuff like this anyway. And I sometimes ask you, like, what color does it look like? What color can you associate this feeling with? And a lot of times it's a darker color, right? It's a murkier color. In Reiki, a lot of times when I'm pulling old stagnant energy out, the only way I can describe it is as like a sludge, like a thick tar almost, and pulling that out. So in colors, a lot of people describe their emotions that may be causing dis-ease, right? Because disease, the word disease really is just dis-ease. You are not at ease. So when you tap in, when you look within, you are feeling where you're feeling discomfort. So are you feeling heaviness in your heart? Okay, what color would you associate that with? Are you feeling your shoulders are tense? Are they up? Are they up to your neck, right? A lot of us can carry the weight of the world in our shoulders. Taking a moment, relaxing the shoulders. When you take a moment to tap in, are you grinding your jaw? Is your jaw clenched? Is it tight? Taking a moment to relax everything from the crown, visualizing white golden light if you'd like, visualizing the forehead relaxing, the temples relaxing, the cheeks relaxing, bringing down the mouth and the jaw, and just allowing everything to relax, right? And we know that a lot of Kempt energy is within the jaw. So especially ancestral, generational, so pulling out any stagnant energies and just simply throwing it away, visualizing it gone for good. And these are just little ways to, when you do tap in and you feel any discomfort or dis-ease, that you can breathe through it. You can then, the idea of alchemical healing in quantum. Hey, welcome. The idea of alchemical healing is when you visualize that color, right? Some people utilize the Saint Germain violet flame. So calling upon Saint Germain, bringing in the violet flame to that space and center that may be muddled or darkened, that you're feeling that dis-ease. You can call in Archangel Michael or Archangel Raphael for healing and protection. These are just different things that I'm just randomly sharing for your highest good and healing, so that if you ever have any questions and want to dive deeper, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I love helping to guide others through their own somatic healing journeys, and just their own self-healing and ascension journey, so that I can then pass on to you these techniques and ideals, and then you can take with that and help to continue to heal yourself, and then spread that love to others, because at the end of the day, that is what makes the world go around, right? You learn, you heal, you ascend, you get to a state of joy on the Hawkins scale, the Hertz scale, and then you cannot help but want to give it all out to the world, so, and share it with others. So anyway, back to the cards. So the hidden realms, right? Deep within, feeling within. That is what this new moon is about. And this is why I'm so excited, because this is what I love to teach people, just to look within so you may see all that you are meant to be. And it really is that simple. You are your greatest guru. Okay, the hidden realm. Who are we today? Gaia's garden. I love this card. Fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. So I actually almost said this earlier, but then that would have just made me go on even more of a tangent and a ramble. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure the glare isn't too terrible. So if you can see that card, beautiful card. So I was going to say, when we are no different than the flowers and the trees and the mushrooms and just everything. I was gonna go on a ramble just about how I always describe to people when I do like public speaking. I always like to give layperson metaphors or analogies, right? So I always talk about the movie Avatar and how we don't have tails. We're not plugging tails into circuits, but energetic circuits. But we are energetic circuits. We don't even need the tail. We can connect with our extrasensory perceptions, which is what I taught about in the 5-day challenge, right? Tapping into each of your innate clairs and being able to discern fear versus intuition, and how to allow it to help you flow through life in general. But when we look at how we are as fruition, abundance, reaping what we sow, I always tell people that we're like a seed. Plant the seed, sow the seed. You got to water it. You got to tend to it, right? You got to take care of it. You got to sing to it. Maybe do a little dance around it. Like, send it good vibes. If you're in the garden, talk to the fairies. They want to hear from you. They're a little mischievous, so don't make any contracts with them. But they love to have fun and play, and they love to bring good high vibes to your flowers and your life, right? So it's all encompassing. Like, whether you're a flower or you're talking about you, it's all the same. And then you grow and you blossom and you are of service to others, right? Once the flower blossoms and then there's pollination and the bees are going around pollinating. Like, we are an energy circuit. We are no different than the flowers. We are no different than the process of vegetation and harvesting. Allow yourself to reap the harvest that you see for yourself. Whatever you envision for yourself is obtainable. So there is nothing too astronomical, right? Like, people are going to space. There's nothing too astronomical. This is all about this new moon is all about just accepting who you are, accepting the inner workings of your energetic body and how you can heal, how you can transform, how you can then utilize that moving forward throughout the rest of this summer months, right? The summer season, in allowing yourself to continue to heal, to continue to regenerate. You can literally regenerate at the genetic level, at the telomeric level. So telomeres, I love talking about telomeres. I know a lot of people know about them. So our genetic strands, our DNA, has a little antenna at the end of it, right? And I think I've talked about this before. I'm sure I have. And throughout life, whether we experience little T's or big T's, so those little traumas or big traumas or whatever, life circumstances, the way we eat, the way we care for ourselves or lack thereof, our antennas get smaller and smaller. And then that is linked to shorter lifespan, more comorbidities, disease, and death, early death, essentially. And so what you want to do during the summertime months, or even this new moon in Cancer, if you feel so inclined to really make moves and make change for your life, again, that is what this new moon is about, renewing thyself. So making change, finally doing those things that you want to do for your health, finally eating the way that you know you need to eat for your health. And what happens is you start to make these positive, small positive incremental changes. Nobody says that you have to like go above and beyond and go overboard and start doing everything all at once. Making small positive incremental changes can then begin to regenerate your DNA and begin to make those telomeres become longer, longer. And then what happens? You start, your odds are you're feeling great. Your health is better, probably on paper, and diagnostically. You are probably going to live longer and have a higher vibe, just mentality all around, because it does take work. It takes work to build that back up, to build up those telomeres. And there is, if you really want to get into it, Dr. Alberto Villotto, also the co-creator with Colette Baron Reed of my shamanic deck. He does a lot with shamanism, and I learned from him about autophagy. And you can learn about autophagy in other places and other providers, but autophagy is the idea, and it's always ideal actually to do cleanses or these types of healing modalities at the turn of a season. So as we're just entering the summer solstice, it's an opportune time, great time to cleanse yourself, to cleanse your body. Ancient Ayurveda has great cleanses, or simply just doing your own thing. But the idea is that when you put your body into literal starvation mode, usually it's around 72 hours, that genetic regeneration, literally, it's like a switch goes off from being a degenerative genetic system for your blueprint, right, to turning it on. And then suddenly you are able to regenerate and heal. It obviously takes a lot of effort. The belly rumbling for days on end. However, the outcome, I mean, I guess I'm kind of living proof. I'm not a ginormous study, but I am living proof. I did this years ago, and it was a catalyst, I feel, in my physical healing. There's a lot that I feel were catalysts in my physical healing or contributors. But with that being said, just goes to show you the infinite potential that humans do have if we just take that moment to shut off all the externals, right? And then just really focus on ourselves. And again, another key point of this new moon, focus on yourself, self-care, self-love. A little bit really does go a long way, and a little bit each day. Like, don't be afraid to, it's not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. Even if it's taking 5 minutes to yourself to breathe, put your hands on your heart and your belly and just breathe and tell yourself that you love you, that is not selfish. And that you are safe, that is not selfish. Okay, so let's see, what else do I have? So, okay, also, with that being said, it is halfway through the year, or a little more than halfway through the year. So if you have not gotten your 2025 copy of my annual journal and planner, it is your daily tap, and it's everything that you need. So also, I did just publish, which is available for sale, the little light blue book, LLBB. So it is literally just this 6 months worth of daily tap-in pages and some blank note pages. This is just so that you can get all your nitty-gritty self-healing and ascension journaling done in a one-stop shop. It's a 6x9 book, this one and the little light blue book. So the little light blue book is for sale currently for $12.22 via Amazon. So if you would like that link, please let me know. It's also on my site. And yeah, so if you have not gotten your journal, so for those of you who are not familiar, this is actually my copy, but I'll just show you. So for, let's see, September, I haven't filled it in yet. So this is what it looks like. You have all your sign placements. You have a monthly mantra, monthly goals. So my little creation that I downloaded, channeled, so for you and for your highest good. So I used to journal daily. That's another big part of my healing journey. For years and years, I have books stacked up, and then I just said, you know what, I'm going to create my own. So I did, and it's available if you'd like one. So okay, I want to go into really talking about and doing our little guided meditation. And I know that since it's the summer and everybody wants to have fun, I'm not going to be long with this one. And it's 12:12. Ooh. Okay. So I also have like crews of construction people coming, and so I'm so happy and grateful that I was able to get this recording in today. So okay, this is a very near and dear deck to my heart. This is the Megan Watterson Mary Magdalene Gospel deck. If you are not familiar, so Mary Magdalene, I feel plays a key role in my life. I am a Eucharistic minister. I am a member of my church choir. However, I am not super religious, and I do not feel that I used to be a daily mass goer. Actually, in the beginning of my healing journey, I did go to morning mass. I would drop my kids at school and I'd go to 9 a.m. mass every day, and I went to confession like a good girl. And I had a few experiences that then I still feel wholeheartedly being a minister of the Eucharist is important to me, and singing in the choir, of course, brings healing vibes, and I always get chills when I sing. So, and I love being a part of it. But anyway, I have read a lot of books on Mary Magdalene. I'm currently reading through Neville Goddard's, and really just I'm always embracing other religions as well. I have a copy of the Bhagavad Gita I've been reading that I was gifted. So I'm always open to theology, right? I do Theology Thursday. And it's important that, especially in this time of everybody's very concerned about, is there going to be World War III? If you haven't already listened to Adam Bernstein, I had him as a guest on the podcast. He gives wonderful. He gives. On his YouTube channel, he's always giving his prophetic, intuitive insights for the future. But he has a really good, peaceful one that I did share in stories. And if you'd like that information as well, please let me know, and I'd be happy to send it to you, because we do not want to live in that state of fear. And with that being said, this being theological, in a sense, having faith, no matter what you believe in, no matter God, source, universe, it is so important to just hold steadfast in your faith. Faith in general gives us strength. It brings us resiliency. It brings us into a state of grace that gives us patience and compassion for not only ourselves, but for others, right? We all need to take a moment to look within and to see all we are meant to be, so that we can do the work that it takes each and every moment of every single day, while everything else is getting figured out, right? We can work on ourselves so that we can then be a better service to each other. This deck is just, it's not meant to be like, this is the only way and this is how it is. This is just a beautiful insight to Mary Magdalene's gospel, and which has apparently been proven, quote unquote, proven to be falsified, a falsified document. But utilizing discernment in your life, utilizing your moral compass, right? We all have one. So utilize it. Utilize what feels right to you, the message. Take the message and do with it what you will. And it's your free will and your soul's blueprint. Okay. The second power. So there are several powers, and I trust what my soul desires. These cards are beautiful, aren't they? So always trusting in what your soul desires for the highest good of you. Again, nothing is unable to be obtained. If you have a vision, go for it. Go for it. And don't be afraid. Another huge key point of this new moon is to step outside of your comfort zone. And I should have stressed that in the beginning. Stepping outside of your comfort zone is what frees you. For some people, by just meditating and feeling their emotions in their body is stepping outside of a comfort zone. If you were raised to never feel emotion, like I was kind of, it's a great time. It's an opportune time to just be with yourself, to take in what you need, body, mind, spirit, and allow the spirit of the South, the summertime sun, the midday summer sun, to bring you that healing so that you can then heal, self-heal, ascend, and help others. So, okay, let's go ahead and do our part today by sending out some healing vibes to 2022. So on February 22nd of 2022, that actually was the beginning of my blogging, because I did a 2:22 a.m. and a 2:22 p.m. global meditation. It was an idea that I had, and it was something that I did, feeling that the world needed a little peace. And I actually used to come on live on Instagram. I think it was Tuesday mornings. I used to do it 10 a.m. for a while, and I would do this particular global meditation just to send out healing vibes to the world, because it is what we need right now. So going ahead, if you are driving or you're unable to do this meditation, that is totally cool. You can come back for the replay later. And if you are ready, go ahead, get yourself into a nice comfortable position, lying down, sitting, whatever works for you. Focusing on the breath. The breath is everything. Allowing yourself to breathe in through the nose all the way into that belly space, that sacral chakra, that hara energy center. Visualizing your belly expanding, and as you exhale, ridding of that which no longer serves you. And on each inhale, bringing that breath deeper in, expanding the belly even more, filling it with the brightest white light you've ever seen. On exhale, letting go. And on this deep breath in, I want you to visualize a central column of light coming through your crown and being pulled all the way down into the ground. And on exhale, sending roots out of the bottoms of your feet like a tree, securing you where you are, securing those roots in the floor. And on this inhale, bringing in that bright white light energy all the way down through your central column of light. And on this exhale, you're going to send those roots further down through all the layers and dimensions of Mother Earth, through the rock, the soot, dirt, the lava, till you see a bright white light energy grid that is her source. And you're going to tie your roots in a knot, tie them in a bow, whatever works for you, allowing yourself to feel connected to Mother Earth, reveling in her unconditional love, knowing that you are grounded. And on this next inhale, you're going to drink up that bright white light of those roots, making them stronger through all the layers and dimensions of Mother Earth until it reaches the bottoms of your feet, wrapping around your toes and your feet and your ankles, visualizing the bright light from your ankles to your knees. You are the earth. Feel the trees, see the greens, Hear the rustling of the grass and the leaves. Taste and smell. From the knees to the hips, you are the water, the ocean, the lake, the waves, the pond, the greens, the blues, the cool, the warm. From your hips to your shoulders, you are the air, you are the wind, you are the breeze, you are the cool, you are the warm, you are the rustling or the stillness. And from the shoulders to the crown, you are fire, the flicker, the flame, the reds, the orange, the yellow, the purple, the blue, the black. You are it all, from root to crown. And at the top of your head is your soul star chakra above, floating above. And we send golden light all around your body, from crown, wrapping around your toes and your feet to your earth star chakra, knowing that you are now grounded, connected, and protected. We're going to open your crown chakra like a lotus flower, and you are going to go up and out of the crown of your head, up through the room, up through the roof, up into the sky, up into the clouds, up into the stars and the planets. And from here, we are sending out the love to all around the world, filling every nook and cranny from above as we see the world below, filling every home, every ounce of land, every parcel, every continent, the ocean. Deep into the ocean, we send our love and light to all, knowing that if we just take a little time to do this each day, little by little, the world will find its way. Taking in the visions of Earth from above, it's now time to return. Going down through the clouds, down through the sky, the stars, coming back down into your home or your office, coming back down into your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, getting a feel for being home, knowing that you can return to this practice anytime you want to spread the love. We thank our angels and guides for coming through, protecting us, guiding us, allowing us to send the love to all. And we ask that in return, from above and below, within and without, you bring the peace and harmony that we need to supersede. And so it is. Amen. So thank you for joining. If you stuck around, I hope that this brings you clarity for this new moon in Cancer, and enjoy your summer. Like, seriously, just enjoy it. Summer is about fun. Honestly, to be completely honest with you guys, I record nothing outside of lunar ceremonies during the summer. I really don't take new clients during the summer. I'm always open to consulting, doing psychic readings, Reiki healings here and there. But to really deep dive, look within. If you need my guidance and you want me to guide you throughout your summer months to get you going and feeling like the queen and king that you are for the fall equinox, then by all means, I am here for you, and I will be here for you to help guide you if that is what you feel that you need. But you are your greatest guru. Look within and you shall see all that you are meant to be. I am sending you all so much love and light, and just have a fun and amazing summer. And I will be back, obviously, for the other lunar phases of the moon throughout the summer months. But please don't hesitate to catch up on all things at Embrace the Face. Listen to the podcast, read the blog. I probably will be writing in the summertime. I tend to do a little bit more writing. But yeah, I want you to know that this summer is your opportune time to open that heart to the midday summer sun, bring in all the love and light, and just flow, guys. Just flow and go with where life has to take you. Peace out and God bless.